Hello, my kittens. Let's paint a blue cat today. Let's get right into it. I'm going to be using my red paint right off the bat and use that to outline my cat. This cat will indeed be blue, but I think to make it pop, I'm going to give the background red. So, I think, yeah, let's make him come off the canvas today. Ooh, that's going to be fun. Alright, I'm going to wash off my brush already, and I'm going to grab a bigger brush and go right back into the red. I'm going to leave a little spot because it's kind of like a tradition right now to paint the sun into the painting. I don't know if I'll always paint the sun into every one of my paintings. But hey, it's never say never time, baby. So this is going to be a blue cat. And since the background is red, this nice, brilliant red, I think it's really going to pop. I think I'm going to leave some space there on the bottom of the canvas. And I think I'm going to paint that green. I got a new yellow paint. So instead of the other paint from last episode, I'll be painting with cadmium yellow pale hue. Before I was painting with cadmium yellow medium hue. And one of them is better for mixing greens, and another one is better for mixing oranges. So they're both going to be permanently on my palette. Well, at least for the time being, until I run out of a specific color. Then I might have to switch. I might consider switching to a different color, but I like butts. There's always another but. Well, this painting's already coming to life right before our eyes. My phone just went off. I think let me check. Oh yeah, I got another like on my TikTok. I've made TikToks now. You could go to I have my @ in the description if you want to go find me the hard way. It's very simple content at the time, and it's very on brand. It's just me painting cats. I don't know how much more perfect it could get. I'm going to wash this brush, or maybe not. I'll just put it in the wash. Dry off my other brush. I think I'm going to go for that sun. First time using this yellow as a sun. Ooh, momentous moment. That cadmium yellow pale hue, it's so dreamy. I like them both, actually. They're both very translucent, transparent. And I traditionally like to paint with opaque colors, so you can't see through them too well. But to each their own, lots of artists prefer to have that transparent color and paint in a lot of layers. Okay. So this is the first time that my camera is going to come in handy. My second camera, because I'm going to mix some color. I'm going to grab this cerulean blue and my yellow, which I'm going to look at again. The cadmium yellow pale hue. And I'm going to mix a green. Ooh, and it's nice. I like that green. So I'll just put that right on the painting. Just on this little section in the corner, just to give my painting a little bit a footing in reality. I'd like to say. I don't know if that's necessarily accurate. But sometimes the word soup that comes out of my mouth makes sense to me. Most of the time, I like to keep quiet. It's like the cops say when they're arresting you. You have the right to remain silent. I think it's a good... a lot of people should take advantage of using their right to remain silent. Just saying. Alright, wash my paintbrush. Dry it off a little bit. Well, here's the fun part. Let's start painting the cat. I think I want to use the cerulean blue. This lighter blue has a bit of white in the painting, I think. It's not a very dark blue. And it kind of lends itself to the cartoony vibe. I got like a hair in my mouth. I was licking myself, giving myself a bath. And I'm awfully hairy, like a real cat. I like to do that one move where I put my leg up in the air and put my head down to my butt and lick my butthole. That's my favorite my favorite move to do as a giant pussycat, as I am, of course, a cat. I'm a cat who paints cats. I'm a portraitist, right? These are portraits of my species. So don't be afraid to use a lot of paint, because I use a lot of paint. I just load up my brush, and I was like, oh yeah, that's way too much paint, and then I get to painting. I know one of my favorite artists was descendant of Sigmund Freud. His name is Lucian Freud, and he paints well, nude portraits mostly. He posted, and he used a lot of paint. I see a lot of people paint these nowadays. They don't use that much paint. He used oil paints and painted very thick. You could see almost every paint stroke. I really adopted that style. I tried to adopt that style a bit when I'm just painting naturally with my oils. I am painting with acrylics. I made a switch to acrylics because it was fun painting with oils, but it was intrusive to my lifestyle as a painter. I wanted to paint more. And with each oil painting, I had to let it dry forever. I had like some colors would take like a week to 2 to 3 weeks to dry. And after I was starting to paint in layers with oils because it looks beautiful. But not to say that I'm totally back 100% with acrylics. That's what I'm painting with at the time. Definitely feel more inspired to paint more. When there's I've even started doing, here, let me show you something. I just get these books. They're just paper books, have 80 pages from the dollar store. And then I just use it as a sketch pad to paint whatever I want. And like, I like to paint cats. So I paint a lot of cats. And then oh, I painted a cactus this day. I was feeling a little special. There's another cat. Oh, here we go. I painted my friend, Carl. He came by for a visit, and I painted him. Here's a yellow cat. Here's another portrait of somebody. He could barely make it out who it is. Ooh, I really like this one. This one really makes me think I have some talent. But yeah, and then I'm just painting all the time. I don't need a canvas for just to pick up my paintbrush and paint. It's just like the idea of having a sketchbook. And it takes away some of the limitations of painting. Which, for me, is, it gets expensive. I'd paint a lot more. Have a lot more canvases. But, I guess I'd like to sell some of these paintings one day. They're not always this good like it is on my show. Sometimes, if you look at some of the other work that I do portraits, other series of paintings with cats. I'm very limited in my art. But those are just self-limitations. I only paint people that I want to paint, which really limits the portraits that I produce, because I don't really want to paint anybody at the moment. Ooh, this is looking good. I think I might be outdoing myself here. Oh, looks pretty good. Yeah, let's just keep going here. Let me wash off the blue off my paint. I'm going to grab some of that yellow. And a lot of white. And make a very pale yellow is my plan. Ooh, that's a big gob of white. Alright, this is a very pale, very subtle yellow. And I'll be using it as the eye whites. Yeah, got a bit of blue in there from the cat, but hey, that's okay. The moment where it's not okay to make a mistake, we're all doomed. We have to be perfect all the time? No. We can strive for perfection, but it shouldn't be the end goal. Because when we strive for perfection, what we end up creating is pretty damn good. Alright, I'm going to use that white that I just made, that yellowish white, and add a little bit of red to the side, and mix it in until I get this nice pink. And then I'll put it right on the nose of the cat. Yeah. Alright, eyes. The colors for the eyeballs. Let's see here. Let's mix some white and some of the cerulean blue. And just get a really pale white. And I'm going to add some yellow. I'm just kind of fooling around, seeing what I like here. I know I'm going for a green right now. Let's add that dark blue. Oh yeah, that's kind of a nice color. Nice, dark, pale blue. Pale and dark and blue at the same time? What the heck? What the heckin' dog? And then the other eye. What can I say? It's a meowsterpiece. Ugh. Let's see. Let's do something I've never really done. I want to give this cat some stripes. A little tabby-ish color. But how to do that? I think I'm going to go with white. Give him some white stripes. So I'm going to mix some white and mix some cerulean blue in with that white. So it's very, very, ooh, kind of has some yellow mixed in there. This kind of nice white. Okay, and I'm just going to add some stripes along the cat's arms, and then along the back, and then along the belly, and then along the head too. Okay, let me clear off some of that blue I picked up from the wet paint of the cat. Pick up some of that white I mixed up before. And let's just go around. It's kind of looking a bit like a tabby, I think. Yeah. I kind of like it. What a beautiful cat. Alright. Let me just wash my paintbrush. I think it needs black. It needs that black. Okay. I don't have any black yet in my palette. So what I use is this dark blue, which I find has a little bit of red in it. And then I take this red, which has a lot of yellow in it. And I don't have to add any yellow to this mixture generally, because it looks pretty darn black. Add some more blue. Add a lot of yellow there. And then I just keep adding some blue until it's getting really dark. And that is the black I'm going to be using for this painting. So I got some nice, load up my brush. And just give them the irises first. Yeah. Let me just load up my brush again. Picked up a bit of the paint. Give them a little, that little dash underneath the nose from the mouth. And then here's the moment of truth. This really sets the tone for the painting. Do we want to put a smiley face? Want to put a frowny face? How are you feeling today? Let me know in the comments. Are you feeling like frowning? Let me know why. Sorry to hear that. I'd like to hope everything's all good in the world, you know, but that's just not the way life is. So sometimes you get down, but that's okay. Sometimes you just gotta live through those moments too. But we're all here for each other. Welcome to the human condition, even though I'm a cat. So I'm saying let's give him big old smiley face. 'Cause yeah, I just want to be a big old bucket of love. Alright, give him some ear nubbies. And then when I load up the black one more time and give him some big old black whiskers. I'm giving him a set of 3 this time. As you notice, on my face, I only have 2 whiskers. A little bit of giant pussycat lore, if you will. And I think that's really about it. I'm going to try and zoom in this camera like I did. Oop, zoom out. And there. Wow. Wow. Remember to like and subscribe, baby. We're trying to get to 20 subscriptions, baby. I think we can do it. Kitty Army, strong.